Wait, whoa. No way. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. Welcome back to the West Coast Davengers. I'm your host, Dave, and I'm walking around long boxes on the floor because I just went through this collection that you're about to see right now. I checked out an ad on Facebook Marketplace. It was a bunch of long boxes for sale, $800, and there was one really cool comic in there that I was like, oh, I should probably take a look because that comic's right here. Ooh, I'm just gonna tease it. It's a fantastic $4.49. So I ended up paying $7.50, and I just went through it. And honestly, there was a couple really cool surprises in here, and I'm really happy about it. These smaller collections usually yield better results for me. They're also a lot less work. So before we get started, before we take a look at the collection, because I know that's what you're here for. That's all you ever want to watch is me going through books. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, hit the bell to get notified. I go live every Wednesday. Every 2 weeks is a live sale right here on the channel, West Coast Wednesday. I have a podcast called Direct Edition and a Patreon. You can find all the links down below, but I know you don't care about that. You want to see the comics, so why don't we look at the goddamn comics, okay? All right, let's take a look at what you got under there, sir. Let's take a look at some comics. So I think I'm going to just have you see the top-down mode. And we'll see what we find here. Everything here is at least separated, so we'll just we'll get to it. All right, hopefully that's enough room to see the books as I look at them. Ooh, Art Adams doing an Amazing Spider-Man 16.1. Yeah, right? That is Art Adams, yeah. Unmistakable Art Adams. You can see it in the face. Silk One. Hi, Jamie. 75th, that's a great Paulo Rivera cover. Some of these I've never seen these covers before, and some of them I have. Hey, look, it's Greg Land doing a Greg Land cover. Bunch of Greg Land covers. People hate him, or they have problems with him because he traces, apparently. I don't know. Some Spider-Verse. So, he said a lot of this from 2015. So we'll get all these Spider-Verse books, but there's definitely some really good books in here. I didn't look through absolutely everything, but I got my idea. So he's got the original Spider-Verse run here, which will have the first appearance of Spider-Punk right there. And the second appearance of Gwen. I almost just said Gwen Stefani. Spider-Gwen. It could have the second appearance of Gwen Stefani because she ain't no holla back girl. That shit is bananas. Wait, there we go. One of my favorite comic books in the last 10-15 years is this single issue. The first appearance of Penny Parker, aka Spider. But this is a brilliant story written by Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance and Umbrella Academy fame. So unfortunately, there's no Spider-Verse 2 in here. He thought he had a second copy, but he only had the one that he'd sold a couple years back. So I was like, it is what it is. But got some Spider-Man 2099 in here. I don't know who did these covers, but I should. I'm supposed to. I'm a professional. I'm supposed to know these things. All right, let's see. We've got Spider-Gwen number 3, number 2. Is it in here? No. Okay. More of those Spider-Woman Greg Land. So there are doubles in here. Who knows? Maybe, oh yeah, we got another complete Spider-Verse set, I guess. So 2 full Spider-Verse sets with that first appearance of Spider-Punk. I like people that buy doubles. We've got the first cover, second appearance of Silk, and then the first appearance of Silk right there. And I know the variants in here too. It's in a different box. What's in the box? That's a chunky green goblin. Chunky. All right, some modern Axis Marvel stuff that I don't really care too much about. That's okay. The run filler in here will get sold. So I guess I might just take some of these boxes there. Carnage #1. Deadpool 39. Great Mark Brooks cover, actually. Really dig that cover. Yeah. Homage to Uncanny X-Men 2. Shit. I can't remember what number it is off the top of my head. Alright, so we got some Hobgoblin miniseries. This is when they were kind of doing, this is a fun cover. It's kind of where they were doing almost anything. Anyway, another great cover. X Factor, Magneto. So this is all the Axis stuff. An homage to GSX #1. Uncanny Avengers, Inhuman. Was that another Art Adams? No, that's I don't know who did that cover. I am Groot. I know there's some Scotties in here too, so let's just, there's another Art Adams cover. I love, it's such a beautiful watercolor piece. Some more Guardians here. I love Guardians 3000. Come on. No, it's just making a joke, okay? Yeah, there we go. Scotty. That's not a variant, though. It's just a cover. Regular cover. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, he did all the covers for this because he was writing the series. Alright, what else we got here? Some Amazing X-Men. More Amazing X-Men. This is an era too that has variant covers that are pretty tough to find, and there's a lot of them that you just don't see, and when they pop up in collections, I usually get my money's worth for them. Not saying that this series specifically, I'm just talking about that era. Nightcrawler had a series. I didn't even know that. Todd Knock. Chris Claremont was writing it. Raise your hand if you knew that Chris Claremont did a solo Nightcrawler series 10 years ago. I can't actually see you raise your hand because this is pre-recorded, not a, I'm not looking at you, but if you just raised your hand, then, well, I got him, you know. All right, what else we got? Savage Hulk. So there's a run of that. Well, I'm just looking, like I said, see if there's any interesting variants. Mark Bagley did that cover. It's hilarious. See, this is that era where there was a 1 in 500. I think this is it. Maybe this isn't it. There was a 1 in 500 Deadpool variant on this Hulk run. And I think it might be the run before this, but I was able to, I secured a collection that had it. Oh, that's a cool Alex Ross cover. And I sold it for like, I don't know, like $325. So you always gotta wonder. There's always going to be somebody looking for something that you know, that's hard to find. There's always at least one person out there looking for it. Thanos versus Hulk with, I guess those are the Jim Starlin covers. All right, we got some Fantastic Four here. Most of this box is run filler. Let's see. Ultimate FF. That is a wild cover. You seeing what I'm seeing here? And then it's all the Operation, the original Sin stuff. Which, somebody asked me for a different... Oh, another second appearance. Oh, and another first appearance. So 2 first appearances of Silk, a cover. And then the rest of this is just all the original Sin tie-in books. I'm not going to show those off. And then it looks like the main books. All right, so that's the first box. Nothing crazy. I believe this is an entire run of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man. It looks like there's 2 copies of number 1 in here, and they're both beat to shit. I think this is funny that this is in here. Just Dave Stevens, King Kong, number 1. So, I know there's a couple keys in the Spectacular Spider-Man run. That first Frank Miller Daredevil. I think this is like a minor key with the Morbius, the first White Tiger. Everything's kind of a little beat up, but what I'm just going to briefly do a check for is Mark Jewelers. A lot of these are really beat up, and then I want to see the condition of that. First, what number is it? First Daredevil. I remember when that was a book people were looking for, that first meeting of Moon Knight and Spidey. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's a mid-grade copy, but it's still cool. First Frank Miller drawn Daredevil. I don't think there's going to be any Mark Jewelers in here, though. So most of these will just go in the $1, $5, and $10 box or whatever. First Cloak and Dagger. Great book to have. I always like that cover. That's different of that time. And then what? Spectacular Spider-Man for spots in here, I think? Or is that Web? Oh, there's that tied for that second appearance or third appearance of the black suit. Where's the John Byrne covers on here? Yeah, there's the first, these are the first appearances of Spot. And then there's this, which is so cool. Such a classic. Great book. Great cover, I should say. Yeah, and then it just goes into the mid-Copper Age stuff where, these books are fun. What is that? The First Foreigner? But everything is kind of beat up in this this collection of Spectacular Spider-Man, so no big deal. This was a bonus because he didn't even say that this was part of the collection. And then he said he had found it in the garage. All right. So this is like a mishmash of stuff. I don't really know what's in here. I looked at it so briefly. So I'm going to try and keep this stuff upright before I lose my fucking mind. Nope, it's not going to work. Munchkin. Yeah, I don't know anything about that series at all. Inhumans, Drax #1, more Spider-Man, some Doctor Strange, Quake. I know I think there's a full set of Kanan, but I don't think anybody cares anymore because people hate Star Wars now, which makes no sense to me. That's a cool Humberto Ramos cover. Ooh, a Trad Moore cover on Deadpool vs. Thanos. An all-new Wolverine #1. Those always do well in the sales. Let's see what else we got here. Some Marvel Tales Spider-Man. Second appearance of Carnaggio, the Italian symbiote. Such a weird cover. Scott McDaniel with that hologram that's not really that good. Spectacular Spider-Man. Let's see, some low grade. Yeah, no. Some Marvel Team Up. Some Captain America from when I was a kid. And then I thought this was pretty interesting. A couple of Sergeant Furies, Silver Age, Nick Fury books. Conan. Silver Surfer. Oh, what do you do when Silver Surfers come? You got to collect this. Silver Surfer 126. That's towards the end of that volume. Volume 3, I believe that is. Some Incredible Hulk. Nothing to write home about. Nothing to write Hulk about. Smash. Second, third Bullseye, maybe? I can't remember. One of the weirdest comic books of all time. Archie meets Punisher. I've never seen one of these before. Second print, New Mutants 95. You ever notice how, like, Andy Kubert, loves that pose? I don't understand how that's a human being. Hey, look at that. Rob Liefeld signed New Mutants 96. Gotta love it. Second print, Wolverine number 42. You got to collect this. See, this is like the proportion. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about Galactus proportions. For he is not real. Or is he? Was that the first Buscema? No, the first Durango Marvel? I forget what that is. I mean, it's a Strange Tales. First and foremost. Dracula. Would have been cooler if it was an Iron Man #1, man. Hollow foil bullshit. I don't think. Maybe. No, I thought it was Mark Jeweler. FF #1. And then there's this, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. It's a low grade. I mean, it's probably a 2.0 to a 2.5. Staples are attached. It's a well-read copy, but that is Fantastic 449, second appearance of Silver Surfer and the first cover and full appearance of Galactus. One of the greatest books of all time. I actually did a flip-through video of this with my buddy Daryl. We did 48, 49, and 50. It's on his channel. Read Your Comics. I will link it in the description below. It's a blast. We had a good time. Doing it. Avengers number 42. Let's see what else. Anything else interesting in here? Man, missed it by about 10 so issues. Ooh, hollow foil Transformers G.I. Joe. I don't know what these are. The book of Jessica. It's signed. What really kind of bugs me about this cover is, like, whoever did this cover, if it's not Becky Cloonan, which I do not believe it is, it's made to look like Becky Cloonan. That is exactly how Becky Cloonan draws Dracula. First Bishop. See Todd by Todd. Cameo of Mystique. Not a bad book. Not a bad book at all. Frank Turan, Street Pizza. I'm rich, motherfucker. I got a Darkhawk 1. I got a Darkhawk 1 and a Death of Superman. I win. Peace. Oh, this is a reprint. Yeah. Would have been cooler if it was a regular. All right, 2 more boxes to go, and then I'll leave you in the same shape that I found you in. So, looks like there's a Secret Wars 2015 run. Jonathan Hickman, Esad Ribic. I loved it. Second time around that I read it. First time I didn't love it. Second time I loved it. Looks like there's some Rick and Morty in here. I think there's some market for that. Cartoon Network Block Party. Those kids books, sought after. People like it. James Stokey, Avengers 1. He's a very amazing and special artist. All right, looks like a lot. Yeah, it's all the same era. Not seeing anything in here that's blowing my mind out. But Charles Soule, I guess that's how you say it. Charles Soule signed Inhuman 1. Yeah, he used to go to Emerald City Comic Con, so I know there's some good signed stuff in here because of that. More of that Munchkin game, which is a card game. Legendary Star-Lord, Black Vortex, Uncanny Avengers. Oh, there's this, which he had a 9/8 signed and doodled. Jason Latour, Radioactive Spider-Gwen #1. He said his daughter actually accidentally broke the slab, and then his wife accidentally threw out the label. So that's fine. I'll just cut it out and sell it raw. I love that Miami Vice Ant-Man cover. A couple of Ant-Man #1s. They're not really anything to write home about. Kanan #1. Oh, didn't realize this was in here. First Dr. Aphra first print. Not a hot book anymore, but still, she's a great character. Anybody who was or is a Star Wars fan digs that character. Unless they're stupid and I can't help them. Look at that half 8-bit, or it's a full 8-bit cover. Wolverines. Let's see what else is in here. Death of Wolverine. I never read it. A lot of people. Oh, there you go. Signed by Charles Soule. A lot of people hate on it, but I've looked at the art. I mean, look, Steve McNiven's art is worth the price of admission. So issues 3 and 4 are signed. Nope. Issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them are signed by Charles Soule. Boom. Whole set. Oh, and now the box goes backwards for Deadpool. All right, let's see. Who knows? Could be some rare Deadpool variants in here. Probably not. But you never know. No. Unfortunately, Cullen Bunn signed Deadpool Carnage #1. Or Cullen? I think it's Cullen. Deadpool Art of War. Hawkeye Deadpool, the whole series. Return of the Living Deadpool, the whole series. All right. More miniseries. Got some Silver Surfer, the Mike Allred Surfer, which would be cool if some of those were signed. Or maybe a Silver Surfer Black set in here would be cool, but doesn't look like any of them signed. Big Trouble in Little China. I don't know if these variants or this set's worth anything, but it looks like an entire set from Boom Studios in here. And Escape from New York. Big Trouble. And then Escape from New York. And I'll go through this stuff even better with a fine-tooth comb, see if there's any other autographs I missed. Turtles Ghostbusters set in here. Powerpuff Girls. All right. Maybe those. I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody that wants those. Angela, Thor. Looks like there's a first Jane Foster Thor in here, which Also another book that nobody really wants anymore, even though it's a great series. Jason Aaron and Russell Dauterman on the art duties. Superior Iron Man. That's a cool cover. Infinity set, and then some Rick and Morty. All right, we got one box left, and this is where the rest of the value will be. So we'll go through this one. Pretty, you'll see every book. Back to the Future #1. Retailer incentive signed by J. Scott with the certificate. I don't know. It's just a Turtles book in there. Is this all backwards? Yes, it's all backwards. All right, let's try that again. Let's see, a Spider-Verse 5. That's nothing. Secret Wars 7. Infinity Gauntlet. No. Maybe this isn't where all the value is. Maybe I just made that up. Canon. Escape from New York. Black Knight. More Big Trouble in Little China. Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur #1. All right, since I'm having trouble getting the framing of this right, so a couple more Campbell's. Spider-Gwen #1 signed. Renew Your Vows. Spider-Gwen 9 signed. Spider-Gwen 2 signed. And Back to the Future 1 signed. Okay, what else? Secret Wars 8 newsstand. Yeah, I mean, it's like a 6.0 maybe at best. That's fine. I always have use for Secret Wars 8s. This is a great book still. I think it's undervalued. First appearance of Silk, but this is the 1 in 10 variant by Humberto Ramos. A couple original Sin variants in here, which I don't know if they're valuable, but that's a cool Frank show. Oh, and then there's these connecting ones by Art Adams. If they're all in here, that's cool, because this is a fun one. Yeah, doesn't look like it. There's only 3 of them. I might have 1 or 2 of them sitting around, so I'll take a look. Unless it's only a 3 collect. All right, so, and then here's the rest of the value. Spider-Man 2099 #1, previous exclusive signed by Scotty. Superior Spider-Man #32, which is a connecting cover, signed by Scotty, right there. Maybe those are the only 2 Scotties. Howard the Duck #1. Chip Zdarsky. We love you, Chip. And then there's this. We're going to go through every single one of these because I am excited to have an entire stock now of Marvel hip-hop variant covers. Let me get those in frame here. Okay. We got the Kieran Grant Wolverine #1. De La Soul homage by Sanford Green. Extraordinary X-Men #1. The Biggie homage by Mark Brooks. Kari Andrews, I forget what album this is. I'm not going to know them all. So, is this Tyler, the Creator, I believe? Phil Noto doing the Squirrel Girl. Forget who this one is. But Drax #1. Nas? No. Whatever. Yeah. Be disappointed because I don't know them all. Black Knight #1. Web Warriors #1. Fuji's homage. Ultimates #1. Spidey #1. I know this one. Yeah, I want to say it's Childish Gambino, but I don't think so. Venom Space Knight #1. Mike Choi. You got the Silk #1. All New Inhumans. Herc Olympic Flame was this Master P, I believe, maybe. Marvel Illuminati. Starbrand and Night Mask. Shit, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at it. I'm sorry. Like Del Mundo on the Red Wolf one. I've never seen this Jeffrey Vergey one. This is really cool. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. The Education of Kamala Khan. Midnight Marauders. Tribe Called Quest. Spider-Man 2099 #1. Great Adventures. That's a cool one. I've never seen that. I've never seen this one either. See, there's so many of these that I've just never seen. Contest of Champions. Jason Pearson doing Uncanny Avengers. Eddie P. Baby. New Avengers #1. Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's all of them, but I guess we'll find out. And then here's more Scotty, which I'll never complain about. Holy shit. Wait, whoa. No way. Is this an actual Scotty Young sketch, or is this printed on here? Has to be printed on here. It does not. I mean, I could try and erase this pencil mark here, and if it comes off, I know it's legit. But this looks like it was printed. It has to be. It has to be. Now, I'll take a look. It's a cool Daredevil. Hey, look at that, George Takei. Oh, it's personalized. Oh well. And another one that's personalized by, I don't even know who signed this. I have a bunch of these. These are great. It's a giant connecting cover. Oh, that's a good one too. I've had that before. Sells pretty well. And then more of these. These are just different variants, but I think that's the end of it. And the Amazing Spider-Man 16-1 variant. Simone Bianchi. So yeah, I mean, this is a great deal for me, because even like these alone at 10 or 15 bucks a pop or whatever they're worth, you know, that pays for at least half of it. So there you have it. Update. I did just a very little research on that, and yes, this is an original Scotty Young sketch. I mean, I could just message the guy right now, but I just wanted to do my own research. And so right here alone, like, this is going to be probably the best thing that's in the collection. You know, the FF49 is great, but it's definitely not worth as much as that. And there's so much other cool stuff in here that it was just, I love going through these books. I love seeing stuff that I don't know. I love talking. I mean, I talked to, his name's Jamie. I talked to him for like a half hour when we met up. Like, comics brings me closer to the things I love, and it gets me talking to people, and you know, I just really enjoy it, and I share that with you. I can't do all these collection videos all the time because it's just not possible. So, you know, watch the other videos I put out. Help me keep going. Check out my podcast, Direct Edition. I put all my interviews on there. Recently, you've seen such greats as Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones, Jim Mafood, Danny Warren Johnson, coming soon, or maybe it's already happened, Mark Silvestri and Jeff Darrow. Jesus Christ, I'm talking to all my heroes. Anyway, thanks for watching. I got a Patreon. You can $5 a month. But anyway, I'll see you next week on the West Coast Davengers. And I'm walking around blah, 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 blah.